Where did we stop?
Page 7.
Finished?
Page 7. No, we have to do 6.
6 we have to do, right? Okay.
We have to do.
Yeah. So we are doing उपपदव विभक्तयः, right?
Yeah. कोष्टकस्थं शब्दं चित्वा तस्य उचितेन रूपेण रिक्तस्थानं पूरयत। प्रति धिक् अलं सदृशः पुरते विना पूर्वः परम्। एषः सौन्दर्ये मन्मथेन सदृशः।
Very nice. Yeah. So are we able to recognize all the vibhaktis?
Not fully, sir.
Eshaha
prathama vibhakti.
Very nice. Pratipadikam. See, this should play in your background always.
Etad.
Very nice. Saundarye. Saundarye. Saundaryam. Very nice. Saundaryam.
So,
what vibhakti is Saundarye?
So, like Rame.
Very nice. So, what vibhakti will it be?
So,
Rame. Very nice.
Rame is Saptami vibhakti.
Very nice. Saptami ekavachana. Very nice. Manmathena.
Manmathena is that is Sadrishaha comes with Tritiya, no?
Sadrisha comes with Tritiya. Very nice.
So Tritiya
vibhakti. Pratipadikam Manmatha. Right? So Pratipadikam Manmatha. Right? So Tritiya ekavachana. Very nice. This is the way you have to constantly. This has to continuously play in the background.
Yeah.
Right. Even if you see the Bhashyam, Shankara Bhashyam or the Madhva Bhashyam, they talk about vibhaktis. They talk about the senses of the use of words. Right? So everything regarding the meaning is hidden in the use of vibhaktis.
So if you translate, the Eshaha is, this person. I mean, this male person's Saundarye. In beauty. Okay, in beauty. Okay.
As far as beauty is concerned.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
In beauty.
Yeah. Is
so he is similar to Manmatha.
Okay. That is Tritiya is clear that in Saundarya is in beauty. Okay.
In beauty.
Yeah. Dukhat dash sukham bhavati. Dukhat param is it?
Param, very nice.
Param. So Dukhat is Panchami vibhakti.
Panchami, very nice.
Then
but why have you chosen Panchami? Because you have got Para.
Para Panchami, but in any case it is like you said last time, it is moving away from that also. I mean,
exactly. So the sense of yoga, separation.
That's right. Yoga
is inbuilt in Panchami vibhakti. Right? But Panini preferred to make sutrams separately.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What about Sukham? What vibhakti is Sukham?
Sukham must be the this one. Bhavati means Dvitiya vibhakti.
What tells us about Dvitiya?
Bhavati is the thing talking about Sukham. So Prathama vibhakti.
Intransitive. Prathama vibhakti. Very nice. As soon as you see an intransitive verb, no scope for Dvitiya.
Yeah.
Right? Because there is no transition.
That becomes
action is not being done on something.
Subject, yeah.
Right? So it becomes a subject and therefore it's a Prathama vibhakti.
Yes.
Right?
Netrabhyam.
We'll try to understand this concept. We'll refine it as we move towards the passive voice.
Right.
We'll refine this.
Yeah. Netrabhyam dash darshanam na bhavati. Netrabhyam vina.
Very nice.
So
what will Netrabhyam be?
Netrabhyam is definitely it is a Dvivachanam. So
Very nice.
would be Netrabhyam Vina.
This bhyam comes in 3 places.
Places, yeah. So 7, 6, and 5, right?
No, 3, 4, and 5.
No, sorry, 3, 4, and 5, and then
Tritiya, Chaturthi, Panchami.
6 and 7 are together. Yeah. So 3,
So
4.
what would this be? Can we choose all 3?
No. I mean, Vina can go with 2, 3, and 5.
2, 3, and 5.
So it's not.
Can we choose 3?
It could be
so
3.
We have to remove 4.
Yeah, 4 you have to remove. So it could be 3 or 5.
Exactly.
3 or 5 means
2 though is not possible at all because Netrabhyam will become Netre.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So Netrabhyam here can only be in 3rd, Tritiya, or in Panchami.
Yeah. This must be Tritiya, sir.
This must be Tritiya or Panchami also.
Yeah.
Why not Panchami? Because form is the same. Vina can take Panchami.
Yeah.
Right? Next.
Krishnaha Arjunam dash avadat. Prati.
Arjunam Prati avadat. Very nice.
That is straightforward. And Prati, we said, sir, Prati will do Dvitiya.
Prati takes Dvitiya. Very nice.
Vistarena is Tritiya Vibhakti.
Very nice. Very nice.
It could be Alam.
Alam Vistarena.
Yeah. And dash Duryodhanam is Dhik Duryodhanam.
Dhik Duryodhanam. Very nice.
And Dhik will be also
Dvitiya.
Bhimat dash Yudhishthiraha.
You're seeing Panchami, right?
Bhimat is
Prati doesn't take Panchami, Dhik doesn't take Panchami, Alam doesn't take Panchami, Shadrashaha doesn't take Panchami.
Yeah, it should be Purvaha.
Very nice. Right? Good. Now, in what sense are we going to take this Purvaha? In the sense of he coming before Yudhishthira, before Bhima. Right?
Yeah.
If it was some other sense, for example, Bhima Tritiya Yudhishthira Gachati. Rute also could have worked.
Correct.
Right? Because Rute takes Panchami, right? But the sense will be without.
Correct.
Right? Okay.
Jnanat is Panchami Vibhakti. Jnanat dash Sukham Nasti. Jnanat Rute without.
Very nice. Jnanat Rute Sukham Nasti. Sukham is in what Vibhakti?
Sukham is Prathama Vibhakti.
Very nice. Why? Why do you come to that conclusion?
Nasti is there.
Because of the us.
Is there. Nasti.
Because of the us. It is a intransitive dhatu. Right? Akarmaka dhatu.
Yeah.
It's not a sakarmaka dhatu. It's an akarmaka dhatu.
Yeah.
Good?
Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay. Now let's go to the Gita slokas. Yeah, where they're trying to illustrate to you the use of all these words, prati, you know.
Etan Gita shlokan parishilayata kamatmanaha swargapara janma karma phalapradam kriya vishesha bahulam bhogaishwarya gatim prati.
So you observe prati.
Prati is there.
Prati, right?
Yeah.
So now here, obviously to understand this sloka, you have to read the previous sloka and the couple of slokas are before the 43.
Right.
Then only you can understand this sloka. Right?
Right.
So kamatmanaha swargaparaha. Right? Janma karma phalapradam.
So
Kriya.
Swargaparaha, sir.
Yes, it should be there. You get a visarga sandhi. Kamatmanaha swargaparaha
Yeah.
Right? You have to add the visarga,
Okay.
which has gone away because of the visarga sandhi.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Of course, the visarga has not come into being, so where will it go?
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Okay.
Right? But the shloka should be read as kamatmanaha, right? Swargaparaha, janma karma phala pradam, kriya vishesha bahulam, bhogaishwarya, so which is bhoga, aishwarya.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Bhoga plus aishwarya,
Yeah.
right? Which becomes bhogaishwarya with what
Yeah.
sandhi?
Bhogaishwarya vriddhi.
Vriddhi sandhi takes place, right? Bhogaishwarya gatim,
Yeah.
kamatmanah, kama word, a compound word, a samasta padam made with kama and atman, right?
Correct.
Right? Atman becomes atma.
Correct.
Very soon we are going to start studying the halanta words, right?
Okay.
Atman, atma, atmanau, atmanah.
Yeah.
So kamatmanah are those people, who the only thing that possesses them, is doing work.
Okay.
Like us.
Yeah.
Like us.
No, but
Right? All the time you think
kama means not work, no?
work to achieve something.
Oh, okay.
Right? So
Yeah.
the stimulus is that desire, right? Who are compelled by desire, and then what do? They do work, right? And what do we think? What kind of work do they do? See, and they are also swarga paraha.
Yeah.
That means they regard that swarga is the ultimate.
Yeah.
Right? Going to heaven is the ultimate. Now, if you, I mean, the concept of, I'm giving you an interpretation of this look.
Sure.
Right? So going to heaven is the ultimate thing. So you do all good things, and ultimately you go to heaven. Right? They do a sort of things. What kind of things they do? Janma karma phala pradam. So they believe, they do work which will give the phala of the karma of the janma.
Okay.
Right? So they are born in a certain yoni. They do deeds, such that the fruits of the deeds of this yoni, of this life is available. Right? That kind of work they do. That will give fruits of the deeds of this janma. Right? Kriya vishesha bahulam. Any sort of work. No specific thing. Kriya vishesha bahulam. Always trying to concentrate on the work. That's why I told you we are those kind of people, right? And what do we do? Bhoga, Aishwarya, Gatim, Prati. So all this work is intended towards what? Bhoga. To lead a proper life, right? And then one step further, to get Aishwarya also. To get lordship. Right? You see one thing, the verb is missing. No verb. Right? Prati is an avyayam. Bhogaishwarya gatim. Dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam. Why? Because of prati.
Prati is there.
Right? Gati is an ikaranta strilinga padam. Right? Kriya vishesha bahula will become prathama vibhakti because gati is a strilinga padam. Right? So an adjective to gati. Right? Good. Jalma kalma karma phala prada is prathama vibhakti ekavachanam. But it's an adjective to gati. So this becomes jarma karma phala pradam. So dvitiya vibhakti. स्वर्गपराः प्रथमा बहुवचनम, कामात्मानः प्रथमा बहुवचनम. Good.
So either asti or something is not mentioned.
Asti cannot be there at all. Asti is not there, or any sort of verb is not there. Right? So you must read further, or you must read backwards until you get the verb.
Yeah, earlier one or something must have been the context.
Something must be there. Yeah. Something context must be there. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go further.
Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitramiha vidyate. Tatsvayam yogas samsiddha kalenatmani vindati.
Very nice. See, we are trying to learn all vibhaktis and how and their ways of using them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Very nice way is the Bhagavad Gita to understand vibhaktis.
Right.
Nahi jnanena sadrisham. As soon as sadrisha comes, we know Tritiya or Shashti.
Tritiya.
Right?
Yeah.
Tritiya or Shashti, both are possible.
Jnanasya.
Could have been jnanasya sadrisham as well. Right?
Yeah.
So nahi jnanena sadrisham.
Yeah.
Pavitram iha vidyate.
Yeah.
Right? Now vidyate is I always say, there are akarmaka dhatus.
Yeah.
Which are very common. One minute, share screen.
Like us with the now that.
Yeah. So there are four kinds of dhatus which we talk about, which are used in the English form of to be. Right? The English form of to be, which in English also happens to be intransitive.
Intransitive, yeah.
To be. Right? So you have the as dhatu, which gives asti. Right?
Yeah.
We have the bhu dhatu, which gives bhavati. Right? Prathama purusha ekvachanam.
Correct.
Bhavati. We have, this is both parasmayapadi, and we have two atmanepadi dhatus. The vid dhatu. Right? Bhu is in the prathama gana, as is in the dvitiya gana, vid is in the chaturtha gana. Right? And we know with the chaturtha gana you get that yakara coming in. We know, no? And this is atmanepadi, so you get the te, right? And you have the vrit dhatu, right, which is in the prathama gana, and it gives us the vartate.
Vartate.
So please remember these four,
yeah,
which translates roughly to be, is, are, am, etc. Right?
Correct.
These four dhatus, and they are akarmaka dhatus.
Yes.
Cannot take a object, cannot take a karma. Good.
Yes.
And therefore here you get atra pavitram nasti. Na is there, no? Na vidyate. Right? Na vidyate. Right? Jnanena sadrisham pavitram iha na vidyate. He is only a method of emphasizing.
Okay.
No? Cha, vai, tu, he. These are giving emphasis, right?
Yeah.
and it gives it gives poets sort of words to balance their chanda.
Yeah.
Right. There's a problem with chanda, then you can add chavai tu hi.
Yeah.
Right. It's called chavai tu hi.
Chavai tu hi. Yeah, you had mentioned before. Yeah.
Right. Gives poets the ability to match the chanda. Right.
Yes.
Nahi jnanena sadrisham pavitram jnanam. Jnana, pratipadikam jnana, napunsakalinga.
Yeah.
Right? Prathama vibhakti ekvachanam jnanam. Right?
Yeah.
Pavitram. Why pavitram? Because jnanam. As so the noun, so goes the adjective.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So just as the noun is in Prathama Ekavachanam, adjective also is in Prathama Ekavachanam,
Yeah.
right? And then Vidyate,
Hmm.
which is Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam,
Hmm.
correct? Vidyate, Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam, Vidyate, Vidyate, Vidyante, we know, no?
Correct. Correct.
Let Lakara,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Nahi Jnanena Sadrisham Pavitram Iha Vidya. Iha is an Avyaya Padam.
Hmm.
The same meaning as Atra.
Okay.
Here, right? There is nothing as pure as knowledge, jnana. Here,
Yeah.
right? Tat swayam, tat
Hmm.
swayam, tat swayam, tat is a sarvanama standing for jnana.
That is that. Okay. Hmm.
Tat, so that knowledge, he's talking about that knowledge. So he doesn't repeat the word here. Jnanam swayam,
Correct.
right? Yoga samsiddha, yoga samsiddha,
Yoga Samsiddha is like Pratama Vibhakti, the person.
very nice. Siddha, akaranta pullinga, prathama vibhakti.
Correct.
That person, right? Who is, or who has fulfilled this yoga,
Hmm.
who has achieved this yoga properly. Samsiddha, right? Samsiddha.
Hmm.
Upasarga sam,
Correct. Hmm.
right? Upasarga sam, which gives completeness,
Yeah.
right? Kalena,
Hmm.
atmani, right? Savarna dirgha sandhi. Savarna dirgha sandhi, no? Kalena,
Yeah.
atmani, right? Savarna dirgha sandhi here.
Hmm.
Good, right?
Yes, sir.
Now the vid dhatu, very interesting sloka. It has got the vid in two places,
Hmm.
right? The vid dhatu comes in three ganas,
Hmm.
right? It comes in the adadi gana, becomes veti, which means to know, K-N-O-W.
Hmm.
Right? Different forms you get. Veti, right?
Okay.
Or even another alternate form, Veda.
Okay.
Saha Veda, that means he knows.
Yeah.
Right? That is the with dhatu in the adadi gana.
Okay.
With dhatu goes into the the divadi gana, which is the fourth gana, where we found it becomes vidyate. Right? So obviously when you say no, it becomes sakarmaka.
Hmm.
Correct?
Hmm.
You know something, right?
Correct. 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 Hmm.
But vidyate becomes akarmaka.
Hmm.
Classic example of a dhatu going into three different ganas, behaving in three different ways.
Hmm.
Right? So this
Hmm.
is akarmaka, which we just discussed a little while ago. Right?
Correct. Hmm.
And it goes into sixth gana,
Hmm.
the tudadi gana,
Hmm.
and becomes vindati. Additional nakara coming.
Which ganas are this is?
Tudadi gana, sixth gana.
Oh,
Tudadi.
so char ganas possible, is it here? Char.
No, three, right? 3, 2, 4, 6.
Oh, okay.
3 ganas are there, no? Right?
Okay. Hmm.
And this additional nakara coming in.
Hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's very interesting, how he brings this additional nakara into this, some mechanism he uses, Palini uses, and brings this additional nakara inside this.
Achha.
Right? So, vindati means to get.
To get. Okay.
Right?
So to get, to know, to be, all the three are possible.
All the three are possible. Right?
Yeah.
And here, vindati is sakarmaka.
Yeah.
because you get something, no?
Yeah.
You obtain something, you attain something.
So two of
You
them
reach,
Sakarmaka, one
you,
is Sakarmaka. Okay.
you reach something, right? So he attains. See this yoga samsiddha
Yeah.
vindati, right? Vindati,
Okay, sir.
right? What does he get? Tat,
Hmm.
right? Swayam
Hmm.
is a abhyayam, automatically, on
Hmm.
its own.
Hmm.
On its own, he is not making any effort,
Hmm.
right? What does he get? Tat. In
Hmm.
which case, tat becomes what vibhakti?
He gets, that means object.
Exactly. So this becomes dvitiya.
Vidya Vibhakti.
Pratipadikam tad,
Hmm.
tat tetani,
Yeah.
right? Kalena, we know. What vibhakti is kalena?
Kalena is Tritiya Vibhakti.
Very nice. So, kala is the pratipadikam,
Hmm.
right? Why
Yeah.
am I using tritiya vibhakti? Because kala becomes the instrument.
Yeah.
See, this guy Yoga Simsiddha is not doing anything,
Yeah.
but he gets something,
Yeah.
right? So then there must be some instrument, no,
Hmm.
which is making him get this thing.
Hmm.
So what is the instrument? Kala.
Kala.
Only by the passage of time
Hmm.
he gets jnana.
Yeah.
And where does he get it? In the self, Atmani.
Yeah.
Pratipadikam, Atman.
Hmm.
In the self, he automatically gets knowledge
Hmm.
by the passage of time.
So Atmani is
Saptami Ekavachanam.
Saptami Vibhakti. Okay.
Saptami Ekavachanam.
Hmm.
So where does he get this knowledge? Does it come from outside? Does he go to school and get it? No.
Hmm.
He's
Hmm.
not doing, as a matter of fact, he's not doing anything.
Hmm.
Right. So the only method is that it has to take birth in his own self.
Hmm. Passage of time. Yeah.
Why passage of time?
Okay.
Very simple. Right?
Hmm.
See how the vibhaktis are giving us an ability to understand the sloka properly.
Right, sir.
Right? So this pavitram jnanam saha yoga samsiddha स्वयमेव लभते. कुत्र लभते? आत्मनि लभते.
Hmm.
Right? आत्मनि
Correct, sir.
लभते.
Yes, sir. Hmm.
कथम लभते? कालेन लभते.
Hmm.
How does he get it? कथम लभते? आत्मनि लभते.
Correct.
कालेन लभते.
Hmm.
कुत्र लभते? He says कुत्र लभते? आत्मनि लभते.
Atmani Vibhakti. Hmm.
Right? He doesn't get it in the books or something. He
Correct.
gets it in his own self.
Correct. Hmm.
Right? Fine.
Yes,
And
sir.
what kind of jnanam it is? He is telling you it's a pavitram jnanam.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
And what else does he say? Jnanena tat jnanena sadrisham
Hmm.
kimapi nasti.
Nothing else is. Yeah.
Just give me one moment. One moment.
Sure, sure.
No. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah. Let's go further.
Yeah. आढ्योऽपि जनवास्मि पुण्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्य इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः.
Okay. So Adhyo Abhijanaman Asmi Gonyosti Sadrisho Maya Yakshye Dasyami Modishye Iti Ajnana Vimohitaha. Beautiful shloka. So splitting Sandhi Adhyaha Abhijanaman Abhijanavan Asmi, right? Kaha Anyaha Asti Sadrishaha Maya, right? Yakshye Dasyami Modishye. This is a sandhi, which a very interesting, you see this, the ekara missing. You observe Modish. I'm saying it is Modishye.
Correct. Yeah.
Iti, right?
Yeah. Ajnanam.
Iti Ajnana
Ajnana Vimohita.
Vimohitaha. Very beautiful loka. This kind of a this missing of ekara, no? It's very interesting, when you get this ekara, right? There is a vowel, right? Correct. Your a, and the next is followed by an ikara, right?
Yeah.
This a changes to I.
Okay.
Right, with something called a Yantamanta Adesha Sandhi.
Okay.
You have done it? Have I done with you Yantamanta Adesha Sandhi?
No, sir.
Okay, let's finish this shloka and then let me tell you that Sandhi also.
Yeah.
That is a At Sandhi because it takes place between swaras.
Okay.
Let's do that after this shloka finishes. Right?
Yes,
okay. Iti Ajnana Mohi Vimohitaha. Right? Okay, let's see what he's saying. Most prominent to see here is Asmi. If it is Asmi, right, then what should be the subject? What should be in Prathama Vibhakti, which seems to be missing here?
Asmi means Uttama Purusha. Me.
Right. So
me.
You have to have
I, me.
Aham.
Yeah.
No, not me. I.
Aham. Yeah.
I, not me.
Yes.
Right. So what is he saying? Aham Adhyaha Asmi. Aham Abhijanavan Asmi. I am Adhyaha. I am Sampurnam, Paripurnam.
Okay.
I am complete. I don't need anybody. I don't need anything. Right? I am Abhijanavan. Abhijanavan, I am, uh, what do you say? What do you tell it? Tell it. Uh, I'm the best. Nobody is there. I'm the best. The nothing better can be there other than me. This is what he's saying. Kaha anyaha asti tadrishaha maya.
That is the
Maya,
title of this chapter. Title of this chapter.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
So it's taken from here.
Yeah.
So kaha anyaha asti tadrishaha maya. Who is there? Right?
Yeah.
Who other is there? Like me. Nobody is like me. All are inferior.
Correct.
Right? Now you have the yaj dhatu. The yaj dhatu, which means to worship. Right? Which means to worship. The yaj dhatu. Yeah, and it becomes yajate. Atmanipadi dhatu. Right? The rit lakara, which we studied already, right? Becomes yakshye. Aham yakshye. So here also there is aham.
Okay.
So aham yakshye. Right? I will worship. Right?
Yeah.
Aham dasyami. I will give. And I will enjoy. Aham modishye. Right? So, in what way does a person think he is unparalleled in his worship, in his giving away, and in his enjoyment? Nobody is there, he says. The one, no, I am the most superior.
Yeah.
I do, lot of worship. Go to this temple, that temple, every temple.
Yes.
Right? I give. I'm giving to this guy, I'm giving to that guy, I'm giving donation. Right? I am enjoying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this kind of behavior, he says, is iti. You see, conversion.
Yeah,
from,
like the
from
quote.
the
quote.
Right?
Yeah.
Iti, quoting. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So this kind of behavior of this person, right, makes him adhyana vimohitaha. Right? एते सर्वे ये एवं चिन्तयन्ति ते सर्वे अज्ञान विमोहिताः सन्ति. He says, people who think like this, he'll give you one example.
Yeah.
One example of one person.
Yeah.
And he says, all such people who think like this are ajnanena vimohitaha. Right? So, coming, if you analyze this word, vimohitaha. So, the vi upasarga, the muh dhatu, right? Then some pratyaya which is giving this word, right? The muh dhatu means to lose sense, to lose consciousness, to lose no buddhi, right? So he says, such people who are behaving like this man, who is saying, aham adhyah asmi, aham abhijanaman asmi, aham yakshye, aham dasyami, aham modishye, kaha anyah asti sadrisha maya. The one who says this, right? Similar to such people, those people are there, na? All those people have lost. They have become vimohitaha, right?
Yeah.
And what makes them vimohita? Adhyana. This concept is all wrong, he says. You are nobody to be adya, you are nobody to be paripurna, you are not giving anything, you are not worshipping anything, you are not the one who is. Right?
So, Ajnana Vimohita is sort of.
It is a Tritiya Tatpurush Samasa. We call it a Tritiya Tatpurush Samasa. That means if you want to split
Ajnana
this.
Vimohita is a compound word, is it?
Exactly.
Okay. So, this thing is gone. Okay.
Vimohita. The Tritiya is gone.
Okay.
Right? So, this Vibhakti is removed. So, you get the Pratipadikam Ajnana and Vimo Ita. Right? And he has used it in the Bahuvachana form. So Taha.
Yeah.
Good?
Yes, sir.
Okay, coming to Yanta Vanta Adesh. Right? It's called as big name.
Yeah.
Yanta Vanta Adesha Sandhi. If you split it, it's not that difficult.
Yeah.
It's Ya Anta Yanta, right?
Yes.
Correct? Va Anta sorry. Adesha Sandhi.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, this is a compound word because this has lost its vibhakti. This has lost its vibhakti. This has lost its vibhakti. All are pratipadikam. Right? Good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is in short? It's saying Adesha means replacement. Adesha means something goes away, something comes in.
Okay.
Something is there here. This goes away, and something else comes in. This something else that comes in is called an Adesha.
Okay.
Right? So it means what? Ya Anta is coming in, Va Anta is coming in.
Yeah.
In the place of something else. Something else was already here, that is thrown away, removed. Yeah. In the place of that, one replacement is brought, which is either Ya Anta or Va Anta.
Yeah.
Ya Anta means what? This. Va Anta means what? This.
Yeah.
There is no swara, mind you. There is nothing here.
Okay.
If there was something here, then that would be the Anta, no?
Yeah. Yeah. Correct.
Right. So Ya Anta means it should end in a Ya Halanta.
Correct.
Va Anta means should end in a Va Halanta.
Correct.
Right. Good. Yeah. So what are the cases in which we know now what is coming in? We know, right? What is going to be going away? We have to study, right? So A plus any swara, right? The A goes away and you get I plus that same swara, whatever it is. Right? Good.
I see. Okay.
I plus a swara, the I goes away and I comes in.
Okay.
You observe the coming of the yakara.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
O plus any swara, what should it give? O
Yeah.
plus that same swara. Right? Good?
Yes, sir.
O
Av.
should give that any swara should give Av plus that swara.
Okay.
Right?
So this is applicable only for A, I, O?
A, I, O, only. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Right? In which there is the yakara adesha or the vakara adesha.
Okay, sir.
Right? So, examples could be, I can give you from the Bhagavad Gita straight away.
So here also you said Modishe, sir? Modish.
I'm coming to that part.
Okay.
I'm first, the approach is from here.
Okay.
Right? But I'm coming to that part. You see, sloka number 4 of the second adhyaya.
2-4.
2-4. Puja Rao. Puja Ravarisudana. You see the last word of that sloka?
Yeah.
Katham Bhishmamaham Sankhe Dronam Chamadusudana Ishubhi Pratiyotyami Puja Ravarisudana. See now you are seeing here. Ow. Are you able to see ow?
Yeah.
So is it looking like something like this? Puja Rao Arisudana. He calls Lord Krishna as Arisudana. Arisudana is the one who kills enemies, one who destroys enemies.
Yeah.
Ari is enemy.
Yeah.
Arisudana.
Yes.
Right? Are you able to see how coming here?
Yeah.
Right? What should it have been before this?
Yeah, it should have been how.
Puja Rao. Right? You see that? Puja Rao.
Yeah.
Plus Arisudana. Right?
Yeah.
And where do you think we get this O? Can you tell me?
Which house, sir? Which?
In which word, in which vibhakti do you get O?
O is Gurav. Gurav like that, no? Gurav.
Okay, Gurav, Saptami Ekavachanam.
Saptami Ekavachanam. Yes, sir.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, good. Where else? Where else? We are dealing with a very phonetic language.
Yeah.
Right? So you must see these phonetic patterns.
Yeah.
So you get Ramaha, Ramo,
Yes, sir.
Ramaha.
Dvivachanam also. Yeah, yeah. Ashva we saw. Yeah.
Ashvau. So what is this now? We are dealing with Pujhara. The one who is worthy of worship is Pujar. Right? Who are those who are worthy of worship? Whom is he? Who is he talking about here? Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhye Dronam Cha. So he is talking of Bhishma and he was talking of Drona. Both are worthy of worship. Puja Rao Harisudana. You see that?
So it becomes
Puja Rao Harisudana.
so Pratama Vibhakti Dvivachanam.
Very nice. Yes. So, right. Tau Puja Rao. Both of them are worthy of worship. Tau Puja Rao Staha.
Okay.
Right? So, are you able to see this? Ayantamanta.
Yes.
Puja Rao Harisudana. Right? Just give you one example. Right?
Yeah.
But where does Modi Shie come in the picture? Right? So, okay, it's interestingly, if you want to know the sutram, no? Echo Yava Yavah. This one single word. Panini describes this entire Varna Vikara. This is the single word. This is an Avagra Chinnam here.
Okay.
Echo Yava Yavaha is a single word by which Panini is able to express what I told you in last 10 minutes. Right? That is the beauty of Panini's gravity. Right? Okay. Then one more option is there. There was a famous grammarian called Shakalya, even before Panini. So you should not think that Panini was the only grammarian who handled Sanskrit grammar. There was another very famous grammarian called Shakalya before Panini.
Okay.
Okay. Now Shakal, his name is given in the Ashtadhyayi. Panini gives him names him.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So the sutram is Lopaha Shakalyasya. Right. So he says that according to me, Panini says, according to me, those 4 transitions are going to take place. What are those transitions? The I, O, and Ow. Right? These are the 4 transitions. He says, according to me, by that Echo Yava Yavaha. Right? But he says, according to this Shakalya, according to this guy Shakalya, this Yakara can be removed, this Yakara can be removed, Vakara can be removed, Vakara can be removed. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
According to this Shakalya, see, we have to follow he is super boss. So Shakalya has to be followed. Right? So what happens here? You see, modishye, right? Iti, right? This should have become. This should have become, according to Panini, it should have become modishye iti. It should have become like this, no? Because the presence, the ekar is changing into I. Modishye iti.
Yeah.
Right? But Panini says, according to Shakalya, this yakara should be removed. So if yakara is removed, then only modishya remains.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Correct. Yeah.
Because of this following Shakalya, this is what happens.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Why that? Why this? That the yakara, the next yakara has been removed because of Shakalya.
Correct.
Right?
So he says that is also possible. This is also.
That's also permitted.
So depending on the number of characters, they will.
Yeah. So somebody can say this is modishyayiti. This is also legal. This is also legal. This is also fine according to Panini. This is according to Shakalya. But try to realize what problem might have happened. Right? I'm going into a little detail. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. Now we know you have an akara ending and an ikara ending. Right? You have gana plus isha, right? Which makes it Ganesha. So Panini had a problem. He said that suppose I have to follow Shakalya, then it would have to become Ganesha. No? It become Modishyeti.
Correct.
Correct? Right? But with some very interesting mechanism, which I call it vectorization. He prevents this from happening.
Okay.
That means he says that after using Shakalya's rule, no other sandhi can apply.
Yeah.
But he does not say it. He expresses this idea by a wonderful mechanism, which I have called it vectorization of grammar. Very beautiful concept, right? We'll do it later, maybe in the third book.
Yeah.
I'll explain to you how this he has done.
Yeah.
Right. But in short, the conclusion is no sandhi applies after Shakalya's rule.
Okay.
After application of Shakalya's rule, right? Of removing the yakara and the vakara, no sandhi will apply.
Yeah.
You will have to keep them separate.
Yeah.
Right. You can find also, this in several cases in the Bhagavad Gita. You find this happening. For example, I can give you one more example, which many people get confused. That what sandhi can apply. You can get this question in your mind. That what kind of a sandhi is this? For example, go to first adhyaya 33rd sloka. येषामर्थे कांक्षितं नः राज्यं भोगा सुखानि च त इमे वस्थिता युद्धे प्राणान् त्यक्त्वा धनानि च. Right? You observe this. Ta ime. What is this ta? This is actually te ime. Right? He has not made it teme. He has not made it teme.
Correct, sir.
Right? if you see grammatically, there are many hidden jewels in this Bhagavad Gita. Right? Te, me, right? It is actually te. Te as in the tad pratipadikam prathama vibhakti bahuvachanam.
Yeah.
Saha, tau, te.
Yeah.
Right? This also happens to be prathama vibhakti bahuvachanam of the pratipadikam idam.
Yeah.
Ayam, imau, ime. Right? The pratipadikam idam, which I told you, is like etad. Right? Another Pandora's box, which I don't want to open now. Okay. Right. So this is your Yantavanta Adesha Sandhi. We'll try to. It gets used in many places, and I will bring you to that.
You're right.
Right. Okay. Let's begin with the next lesson. Right, which is Halant Pulinga Shabdaha. Right. Okay.
Akhyahi me ko bhavan.
Another title coming out of straight from the Bhagavad Gita.
Yeah.
Right. Akhyahi. Me. Ko Bhavan. You want to know? You want to say, read this sloka? It presents a very interesting.
Okay.
One minute. Which sloka is it? 1163. Don't remember. 1 minute.
1153.
I am not very sure. 1143 or 63. Here you are. 1131.
Akhyahi me. Yeah.
See, this happens after the Lord Krishna shows the Vishwarupa. Lord Krishna.
Yeah. We have done this, sir. It's all sort of mixed up shloka, no? Mixed up in terms of grammar.
Mixed up in terms of grammar.
Yeah.
Many grammarians have written many things about this.
You're right.
Right. I came to know something even yesterday. Sanskrit opens, every day it opens new pages for me.
That's nice.
Yesterday I read what Nagoji Dikshit.
Okay.
There are very famous. These people were Samakalina with Shivaji.
Okay.
Okay. First of all there was Panini.
Right.
Right. Who came out with that beautiful Ashtadhyayi.
Right. Right. Sir.
Must have been somewhere. Maybe they dated somewhere pre-Christ.
Right, sir.
So old.
Right, sir.
And after that, as late as the 17th century, right? Shivaji was in the 17th century. There is a very beautiful work by somebody called Bhattoji Dikshit, who is Samakalin with Shivaji, right? And descendant of this guy was Nagesha Dikshit.
Okay.
Right. So a good 1500 years after Panini.
Okay.
Very beautiful dissertation by him. I had read what Bhattoji Dikshit said, but Nagesh Dikshit adds something more to it, right? Regarding this concept of this all mix up, right? Initially, I thought of it in a little different manner. I thought, that okay, let's read the sloka first. Akhyahi me ko bhavan ugra rupaha, right? Akhyahi. So each word is a Pandora's box, but still, let's try to relate it to bhavan. Kaha bhavan akhyahi mayam kaha bhavan, right? Ugra rupaha. Namaha astu te tubhyam. Right? I'm changing those words. Namaha yoge chaturthi. We know, no? We have studied in Prathama Bhaga.
Yeah.
Namaha astu tubhyam devavara devavaraha prasida. Right? Good. Vidyatum tumantarupama. Vidyatum. I'm sorry, I'm going into too much detail, but it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
Vidyatum ichhami bhavantam adyam, right? Nahi prajanami tava pravrittim, right?
Correct.
Very interesting, Now we know, we have studied that if you want to use bhavan, right? You use prathama purusha. So you say bhavan khadati, bhavan bhavati, right? You are using prathama purusha of the tingantam, of the kriya purusha.
Correct.
Right? And we know that where you use bhavan, you don't use tvam.
Yeah.
This is, we say that bhavan is ap and tvam is tum.
Yeah.
This is a connotation which we everybody is taught right from the beginning.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But then what is this problem here? Why is he referring to Bhagwan? Right? Arjuna is referring to Bhagwan as Bhavan. Right? He says Bhavantam, which is Dvitiya Vibhakti. This is Prathama Ekavachanam. This is Dvitiya Ekavachanam of the Pratipadikam Bhavat. Right? Fine. At the same time, he is using Tava. He is using Tubhyam, which is the Pratipadikam Yushmad. Right? Good. And he is using Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam Lot Lakara. He is using Madhyama Purusham Ekavachanam Lot Lakara, Prasida. He doesn't say Prasida tu, Akhya tu, which would have been Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam. Though he does not anywhere use Tvam. He doesn't use Tvam, but he is using Yushmad, whose Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam is Tvam, in the Chaturthi Ekavachanam form, in the Sashti Ekavachanam form. That means he is using Yushmad and using Bhavan both. Right? So, initially, my theory was that, this Arjuna seems to be confused.
Correct.
He seems to be overwhelmed looking at this great form of the Lord.
Yeah.
He is overwhelmed. So he has lost all sense of grammar, he has lost. And therefore he uses.
Yeah.
Then later on, I read Kalidasa. I read Kalidasa Raghuvamsha. Raghuvamsha, very beautiful Kavya by Kalidasa.
Right.
In which he also uses the same thing.
I see.
Right. Where there is no confusion. Here, Arjuna's mind, there is confusion.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
So probably Arjuna says like this. But in Raghuvamsha, he uses it in several places.
I see.
Kalidasa uses it in several places.
Okay.
Without any confusion or without any problem or nothing. We are very casually he uses it.
Okay.
And therefore, I concluded that this is not a part of confusion or anything. And Bhavat and Yushmad, very strong conclusion of Bhavat, the Pratipadikam Bhavat and the Pratipadikam Yushmad are interchangeable.
I see.
The Bhavat and the Yushmad are actually the same thing. Only difference is Bhavat changes into Prathama Purusha Ekavachanam. Yushmad uses verbs of Madhyama Purusha Ekavachanam. That's the only difference.
Correct, sir. Correct.
So also, going back, Vyasa also knew this concept. He didn't want to tell you that Arjuna is especially overwhelmed or afraid or confused or anything.
He normally used it.
Right? He normally used it because Bhavat and Yushmad can be used interchangeably.
I always wondered why Bhavat should be Prathama Purusha. It's like a respect for the Madhyama Purusha.
No. Now, wait 1 minute. I'll just give me a moment.
Sure.
Sorry. Yeah. So your question was, this why this intrigue, why this Prathama Purusha is used for Bhavan, right? See, listen carefully. The word Bhavat. This is the one who exists.
Okay.
Right? So no direct reference to you as such.
Okay.
Right? It's like you, the one who exists.
Okay.
Right? And then the you is knocked off.
Understood.
The one who exists has to be in Prathama Purusha.
Right, sir.
Right? This is what Nagesha talks. Right?
Okay.
I'll extend this discussion a little further. Very famous, we know Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi. Right? This Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi.
Correct.
So this is, it's very one more problem here. So why the address? See, this is an address. Hey Bhavati. Oh, you woman. That way. The Pratipadikam is Bhavati. Right? And we know when the Pratipadikam is Dirgha Ikaranta, the Sambodhana is Rasva Ikaranta. So you say, Hey Devi, Hey Saraswati, Hey Ramarupini. Right? Good. So he is using this guy. We know who says this, right? The person who the Parivrajaka, right? He's not supposed to cook. So he has to go house to beg for food.
Correct.
He's not supposed to earn. He's not supposed to cook. Two things is not in his purview. But he has to survive. So he goes house to house and asks for bhiksha. Right? Dehi is da dhatu, lot lakara, madhyama purusha ekavachanam. So it says, Bhavati, He Bhavati, Tvam Bhiksham Dehi. You see this problem, confusion again? At one stage, he's saying he's going to the Bhavati form, but then he's switching to Tvam. Right? So, this Nagesha Dikshit, I happened to read this just yesterday.
Okay.
Imagine how there is no end to this study.
Correct.
So Nagesha Dikshit says that in Sambodhana, this is allowed.
I see.
Because Yushmad has no Sambodhana Rupa. Yushmad has got no Sambodhana Rupa.
Okay.
There's no way to say, hey, you, by using Yushmad.
Yeah.
So, he said this is permitted.
Okay.
Now, what do we mean by permitted means? In our Shastra, in our Puranas, in the great works of Kalidasa or Bhavabhuti or Bharavi or Bharabhatta, all they have used. So, therefore, it becomes Pramana.
Okay.
Right? This is so much about Bhavan and Bhavat and Yushman, right? So
So
they are equivalent.
it cannot be Saptami Ekvachanam, right? Bhavati.
Can be.
Huh?
Bhavati, the word Bhavati can be in so many places.
Correct.
But in this context,
It looks like Sambodhana. Yeah, Bhavati.
it looks like Sambodhana. It can be a Kriya Padam, Bhavati. You know, Bhavati, Bhavataha, Bhavanti. Right? It can be Bhavati. You see how many places it comes. Huh? It can be, as you said, Saptami Ekavachanam of the Pratipadikam Bhavat. Right? It can be this also.
You can't say in me give Bhiksha. No.
No, it's not me, no. In you, no.
At you, yeah, at you actually.
That's not possible, no.
That's not possible in the context. Yeah, that's right.
That context is not possible. So we have to interpret it as Sambodhana of the Pratipadikam Bhavati.
Right.
No, this was very interesting because just yesterday I found this text of this Nagesh Bhatt. Nagesh Dikshit Bhatt.
Okay.
Really wonderful, you know.
Okay.
Okay, let's go further. Now, see, here we start with the study of Halanta Shabda. Right? See, we did all Ajanta Shabda.
Okay.
So far, we only talked of Ajanta Shabda in that whole book. Pratama book. We only talked of Ach. Ach Anta Shabda.
Yeah.
Right? Only those words which end in Ach.
Right.
Now we are going to start the study of Hal Anta Shabda. Right? And Hal is what? Ayavarat Lan Yamanganam Jabe Gadadas Chapagadas Kapachata Chatao Kapai Shashasar Hal. Right? Your second part of the Maheshwari Sutra. Fifth Sutra to the 14th Sutra.
Yeah.
First 4 sutras was our Ach. Right? I undulru Gayonga Yoch. Right? There.
Yeah.
And Hal is now all consonants. Right?
Yeah.
Fine. Including the what we call as the semi-vowels. Ya, va, ra, hayavarat. This is Anubandha.
Yeah.
And this is an Anubandha. So, ha, ya, va, ra, la, which are called in English also as semi-vowels.
Okay.
So they are neither here nor there, you know, sort of. They are not completely vowels. Neither are they completely consonants.
Okay.
So English also calls them as semi-vowels, phonetics.
Okay.
The English phonetics, no?
Yeah.
Calls them semi-vowels.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
हलन्त पुलिंग शब्दाः प्रथमा विभक्तिः एतत् सम्भाषणम् उच्चैः पठत अवगच्छत च सुधामा श्रीमन् अहं भवतः शिक्षार्थी भवितुम् इच्छामि हरिराम त्रिपाठी अस्तु सुधामन् किम् अध्येतुम् इच्छसि सुधामा भगवद्गीताम् अध्येतुम् इच्छामि हरिराम त्रिपाठी भगवद्गीतायाः एव अध्ययनं किमर्थम् सुधामा यद्यपि अहम् एकत्र अधिकारी अपरत्र समाजसेवी अपि अतः अहं गीताध्ययने आसक्तिमान् अस्मि हरिराम त्रिपाठी योगिना कृष्णेन उक्तां गीतां भवान् इतः पूर्वम् अधीतवान् वा सुधामा आम् अन्ये केचित् एतस्मिन् विषये उत्साहिनः सुहृदः मम परिचिताः सन्ति तेषु एकः अनुभवशाली वणिक् त्रयः कुतूहलिनः भिषजः अन्ये च मम सहोद्योगिनः अधिकारिणः हरिराम त्रिपाठी एतादृशाः शिक्षार्थिनः निरन्तरं कक्ष्याम् आगमिष्यन्ति वा? सुदामा आम् निश्चयेन आगमिष्यन्ति यतः मम सर्वे सुहृदः परिश्रमणः उत्साहिनः गीतानुरागिणः च। हरिराम त्रिपाठी महान् सन्तोषः जातः भवतां सर्वेषां गीताकक्ष्यां प्रति स्वागतम्। सुदामा अस्तु महोदय पुनर्मिलाव। हरिराम त्रिपाठी पुनर्मिलाव। Sir, I
So
understand.
one more thing
I
that,
not understood fully. So yeah.
no problem. There is this is gold mine.
Okay.
What you have now read, we'll learn so many things out of it.
Okay.
Right? We'll learn so many things. Probably more than you are expecting.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Now, one more very important thing. What did we find about all these ending words? What did we study in our first book? We studied all vibhaktis.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
What are these ending words? What do they call? We call them pratipadikam.
Correct.
Right? We call them pratipadikam. Right? Right? So we are doing now another form of pratipadikam, which will be ending in the hal. So all pratipadikams we know have vibhaktis. Right? Very technically speaking, you can take a pratipadikam.
Correct.
You can take any pratipadikam and add sup. We add sups, right? We sup, and we get prathama vibhakti, ekvachanam, dvivachanam, bahuvachanam, dvitiya vibhakti, ekvachanam, dvivachanam, bahuvachanam. So this kind of a table, right, is possible.
Yes.
And therefore, extending the same logic to all halanta pratipadikams also, we must have prathama vibhakti, dvitiya vibhakti, and so on, and ekavachanam, and so on. Right? So now this chapter, what do we study? We study prathama vibhakti of hal, and now we know pratipadikams can also have three lingas. They can be pullinga, they can be strilinga, they can be napunsakalinga. That is what we studied with all arch also. So that is the same possibility is there with halanta words also.
Correct.
So we are going to study pullinga, halanta, and this time we are going to see what the prathama vibhaktis are going to be.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Very beautiful chapter, and the choice of words, choice of pratipadikams is beautiful because everywhere they have used halanta pratipadikam.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
So you begin with sudhama. You begin with this, the very first word. Right? Now, so you will ask, what is the pratipadikam of sudhama? Right? So let's go to the origin of this word. Origin of this word is dhaman. Right? And dhaman is nakaranta. But nakaranta pullinga, napunsakalinga, sorry. Nakaranta napunsakalinga.
Okay.
Napunsakalinga word.
Yeah.
Now you see something happening in this language, which converts genders of words. Dhaman itself is a napunsakalinga word. So, and it's a nakaranta napunsakalinga word, and dhaman literally means house.
Correct.
Abode.
Correct.
Residence. Right? Right? So, what is Sudhaman? A very good house can be Sudhaman.
Correct.
Shobhanam Dhama, Tat Sudhama. A very beautiful house.
Correct, sir.
Right? A very nice house can be Sudhama.
Correct.
Right? But now we are not talking of a beautiful house. You are talking of someone who lives in a beautiful house, who already has a beautiful house.
Right, sir.
And now you are referring to not a Napunsakalinga entity, but you are referring to a Pullinga entity, right? And then in that case, this Pratipadikam Sudhaman becomes Pullinga, not Napunsakalinga. Because you are referring to an entity, you are referring to an entity by this, with the help of this word, who lives in a good house.
Yeah.
Right? So this becomes like Atman. The Nakaranta Pratipadikam Pullinga Pratipadikam Atman, which becomes Atma. So this becomes Sudhama.
So this becomes Prathama Vibhakti then.
Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam Sudhama. Right? And if you are having one Atma, and then you have two Atmas, Atmano, Atmanah. You remember where this word came from, right in the beginning of this class today?
Yeah.
Atmanah.
Correct.
Go back and see.
Correct, sir.
Atmanah, right? Kama and Atmanah, we said.
Right. Right.
So you apply the same logic to Sudhama.
Yeah.
Two Sudhamas. Sudhamano. Sudhamanah. Already now you know how Nakaranta Pullinga words are going to go in Prathama Vibhakti.
Correct.
Sudhama, Sudhamano, Sudhamanah. Good. I'll pull you a little further to the next sentence. Astu Sudhaman.
Sudhaman becomes like a Sambodhana.
Very nice. So now you know Sambodhana Prathama of the Pratipadikam Sudhaman remains Sudhaman in the Ekavachanam.
Like Rajan.
Like, yes, like Rajan. Very nice. We'll come to that also. Right? So now, Dvivachanam Sudhamano Sambodhana. Hey, two Sudhamans, that way.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Sudhamanah, same. In Sambodhana also same. Like you have Hey Atman.
Okay.
Hey Atmano. Hey Atmanah. So now you seem to know for Nakaranta Pullinga words, you know the Prathama Vibhakti. You also know the Sambodhana Prathama.
Correct.
Good?
Yes, sir.
I think we'll stop here because we need to get every word we are going to now open out.
Okay. We'll
open out a lot of concepts coming out of every word now.
Okay.
Right? I don't want to go further because it will become too much to bear.
Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. Dhanyawadaha. Namo Namo.